You heard it right. My pond is leaking. It's far too early in the morning to be going swimming in a mountain river. As you guys know, we live in Portugal, in the mountains, and we are quite close to the source of where this river starts, and it's freezing cold, but I've come down here to do some cold water therapy every single morning, and it's actually Monday, so what a day, what a way to start the week. Like, cold water therapy is so good, and I've got a problem with a trapped nerve in my neck, so if I turn my neck at the moment, I have to do that with my shoulders. So I'm gonna go in the water and submerge myself for about 15 minutes.
Oh my,
15 minutes, right up to my neck. It's gonna be incredible, but what a beautiful place to do it. We've got our own bench here. Also, I noticed someone's left their dirty old flip-flops.
Oh, they're similar to mine.
I dare you to touch them.
Do you reckon your feet will fit?
With your tongue.
Oh, no way.
Are you coming in too?
Yeah, get in. This place is stunning. Absolutely like a fairy river. I feel like fairies are going to appear. It looks cold.
It's cold, and I can see the trout swimming around, so it's definitely cold enough for trout.
Oh, brilliant. I'm going to get the towels out ready, so if I am freezing, I can immediately wrap myself up in it, but I'm just going to get it.
Like, I was freezing yesterday.
It's good for your brain, it's good for everything, so let's just do it.
I think you might regret diving in, but go for it. You are crazy.
Oh, it's like a million tiny daggers.
It reminded me of swimming in the sea in Scotland.
Oh.
So obviously this is my local swimming spot, and just a week ago it was so much warmer in here. Now it is ridiculously cold, but way better for my shoulder, my neck, and the problems that I've been having. There's one way to wake up. Oh, I can feel like instant relief on my neck. That's incredible. Oh.
How deep is it? Can you touch the floor?
I'm standing up. Just. Right, time to meditate.
Are you vagabond like me? Chasing after sunsets while we're chasing our dreams. Are you gonna settle down with me? I've always had a little wanderlust.
I've done a lot of cold water swimming in the last couple of years, and it's definitely built up my tolerance. This just feels incredible. My skin is on fire right now, but I can no longer feel any of the neck pain that I had. It's like instant relief. And what I'm trying to do is just kind of meditate. The problem is I meditate so hard that I end up nearly falling asleep, which is not what you want to do in water. But just control your breathing. Just try and relax and get all of that tension that was inside your muscles out. And it's just... what a way to start the week. I'm ready to get some work done now, although my neck is dictating what work I can get done, but I can definitely get some work done on the tractor.
Know that I am home, no matter where we go.
Feel my body, but also feel like my body's feeling good because of it, if that makes any sense.
literally just as I was getting out the water, a Portuguese guy drove over the bridge, looked down at me with kind of like a really concerned face that I was swimming this early in the morning in such a cold river, because sometimes I come down here and there's no one in here and it's 30 degrees outside because this is such a cold river. But I feel amazing. I'm ready to get some work done.
All we need, we can't buy. All those pretty things that sparkle and shine, they're just a moment in time. Make me feel nothing like I feel when I look in your eyes. And all I need is you. Don't need no mansion in the hills or blue suede.
So to sound like a character out of Game of Thrones, winter is coming. And as winter comes, especially in the mountains, we get a lot of rain. And this is one of our most heavily used drainage systems. Unfortunately, it has filled with loads of silt and leaves, which we need to remove. Otherwise, it's not going to work as well as it should do. And then water ends up going all over the pavement and it's just an absolute mess. So we're going to be digging that out now and preparing it, because there is rain potentially, the weather forecast keeps changing, but potentially in the next few days, so we have to get this done. And Theo has already started, but I thought it would be me doing the labour because he's got a bad neck. What's this? I'm supposed to be doing this.
Can't resist.
You can't resist. Well, I'll take over.
So I'll just keep loosening it up and then you chuck it in there.
Perfect.
We've just found a big bumblebee, so Bee's moving it out the way.
I don't know whether they hibernate or what, but put it somewhere safe.
So right here we've exposed a culvert that I couldn't even see. I just thought it went straight from the pipe to the round pipe and under the road, but actually there's a nice little culvert there. So we're cleaning it all out, but there's loads of roots and debris in the way, but we should be done in a couple of minutes and it's looking much clearer.
We're going to move the tractor closer because there is a lot in here that needs to come out. It's pretty full with silt already, but I reckon we can definitely just wedge the rest of this in there. Yeah, that's good. That's perfect.
You can actually see silt along the road, and we've got beautiful asphalt roads running all the way down this property, and we don't want to damage them, so this culvert stops that, because if we have debris and water running into cracks in the road, it's just going to degrade it more and more a lot quicker. So let's keep this road clear.
I can't get over the boot network in there.
Really strong roots. This is years of debris. I'm sure I cleaned it out last year, but obviously not well enough.
I cleaned it out as well, but not to the extent where I realised it was deeper than it is.
It's like a rug.
Going to dump it down at the side of our road, this road on our property. Otherwise it just gets washed back in, because you might be wondering why we didn't just put it up there. It just gets washed back in. So we're going to take it further away. Are you tired of staring at a blank screen wondering where to start with your website? Well, Squarespace have made it easier than ever to create your very own online presence. With Squarespace Blueprint AI, their guided design system takes the guesswork out of building your website. Using the prompts, you choose what you'd like and go from there. And with their fluid engine, customization is at your fingertips. Drag, drop and create on the go with ease. You don't need to worry about understanding code or messing around with heavy technical features, as Squarespace is designed with the user in mind. If you have a shop on your site, then with the flexible payment options, checkout has never been easier. You can accept credit cards, PayPal and even offer buy now or pay later with Afterpay and Klarna. Terms like SEO can be off-putting, but simply put, they optimize your site and help it stand out in search results. With their integrated SEO tools, you can get discovered by more people faster. So if you haven't already, then definitely click the link in our description or head to squarespace.com/indieproject or use our code indieprojects for a 14-day free trial and 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. It's time to swap out the front bucket for the Grapple, and if you're wondering what all this stuff is, it's bits that we've brought over from our old place that's for sale that we are needing to put away but haven't yet because we don't want it. Does anyone recognise this door? What's that? Pine cone. Crazy pine cone. Now it's time to put the Grapple on. Gonna have to move our sketchy mixer, which is literally trying to fall apart. Oh. Oh gosh. You can't make it up. I literally just said it's falling apart. Should we lift it?
Hello.
Oh, sugar. His neck.
You want to sit in the Grapple?
No way.
Sit in that. You're having a laugh.
Also, has anyone noticed our sweet ass old truck? She's having a snooze. She's under her duvet. She loves it. We've got grand plans for her. You're gonna have to wait and see. I'm gonna walk. Oh, Theo's just destroying my old clothes rack. Whatever, it's broken anyway. The Grapple kind of gives the tractor a Mad Max vibe. Does anyone else agree? I could jump on the back actually. Hang on, I'm gonna jump on. I can't be bothered to walk. There we go.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Which one are you doing first? These. I guess it's easier than turning around. Just reverse all the way back. Oh, whilst Theo's getting more wood, so what we've done is we've got rid of the bits that have silting up to about there, I'd say, and the rest it's just leaves. So we're going to get the leaf blower and just blow the rest out and rake it further up to create a nice mulch. But yeah, all of the actual silt is gone, which is fantastic. These logs that Theo is picking up with the Grapple were cut down in spring, so they've been drying out really nicely.
The pile of logs is getting massive, absolutely massive, taller than me nearly. Just neating them up. It's getting a little bit tough now to stack them neatly with the tractor because the pile is getting huge and it is a lot of work. Got to be careful of my neck. It's a lot of work, but what would you rather? Cut down your own trees, stack them, dry them, and then cut them into nice sizable chunks for your wood burner. Go through all of that effort, keeps you fit, or would you rather pay a corrupt energy company to heat your house? We are going to be heated. This is definitely probably 2 years worth of wood.
This is a lot.
So the reason I'm stacking them like this is so they're off the ground, they're not getting wet. We're due rain really soon, and when the rains come here in Portugal, especially in the mountains, especially because the land is so dry after the summer, the rain can't really sink in, so you get all sorts of flooding and different situations. Hopefully we're not going to have that, but it's well off the ground, it's already really dry, it's ready to be chopped up into firewood with the wood splitter, and that means that I can just put one big tarp over this. When we have the rain in the next couple of days, it can nicely stay dry and ready for our wood burner.
So I ended up stacking the logs in easy to move piles because whilst they're in piles, they were on the floor, whereas the way I'm doing it, there's 2 long ones and then I'm stacking them on there so the grapple can slide under and get the piles. It's actually been a fun workout. These flies are... Oh, now I mention them, they go. Still, I think I've got one more pile to do, so let's finish. And I've not got any gloves on or really the right gear for this because I wasn't planning on doing it, I just kind of started to do it. So yeah, I'm covered in ash. It's probably good for your skin somehow. Block pores. But yeah, this is the last pile. Oh, it's actually way smaller than I thought. Here it is. Here it is, the last pile. I'll get it in the centre, nice and easy for the tractor. So this is how I like to make a simple grapple skid for the wood. Take the longest ones. This, oh, you keep doing that. This is Douglas fir. Always grows really nice and straight. Super hard wood. These are super dry. And the reason they've been cut down is because they were burnt in the fire 2 years ago. So yeah, I've got these here. And then I put this across. That should be wide enough. Maybe I'll do it a bit wider. So then when the grapple comes, I'm a grapple. Yeah, there we go, you see? Nice. So I'm just going to put this pile over. And it's actually a really satisfying job. The wood is dry, pretty light. And I feel good. I will feel good tomorrow. I will feel very tomorrow. And the goats are watching me like, what are you doing? This one is a beautiful type of pine. And when I stack them, try and not do it too wide. Probably this is wide enough, maybe one more. And then go further up so the grapple can get round nicely. Oh, I can hear him coming. He's on his way. Some of them are so light, it's actually ridiculous. Jeez, this one is heavy as hell. What are you? Oh my gosh, this is definitely a hardwood. Wow, you're heavy. Sweating. This is cool. A little bit wonky. Whack some smaller ones on the top. Let's see how it goes. I've made it the perfect width, but I think I might have made it a smidge too deep. Oh no, oh my gosh, absolute perfection. I win gold in the wood stacking Olympics. Wow, that is nice. I'm well proud of that, although it was a bit wonky. Oi, the flies are really getting at my face, so annoying. So we're having a pretty scary time in Portugal right now. It's coming to the end of the summer. It's mid-September and it's just become a lot of fires, more than I remember happening all at once. There's just constantly, there's been fires springing up every minute. And there was a news article that came out 2 days ago where the services had said it's not out of control, it's very complex, but it feels a bit out of control, I've got to say. And it's very scary. It's 2 years since this farm was engulfed in one of the biggest fires in central Portugal to come through the Serra da Estrela Natural Park. And up north is really bad right now. And we've got friends up there and we just hope that they're okay. The newbies are up there. The scotters are up there. Theo's just told me that they've had to evacuate, which is just utterly terrifying, and my heart breaks for everyone who's been affected by these fires. I just don't understand why they happen, because most of the time they are caused by humans, which makes it even worse. You can't even blame nature, it's humans. So, and like, yeah, all this wood that we're working with today was all wood, all trees that were living 2 years ago and were burnt in the fire and died. So they are now becoming firewood for our house in the winter, but it would have been nicer if they were still standing. There's a lot of emotions around this, and I just feel really sad for everyone. Really sad. Right, let's lift you for the rest of the way back straight, and knees engaged. There we go. Oh, I didn't think this through. There we go. Oi, no. Glorious feeling of laying the final two down. I'm gonna have a break now. I need a break. I'm rather proud of this pile. I hope it works the way it should do. Everyone hold a collective breath right now for the final grapple capture. Oh yeah, that is perfection. Utter perfection. gold again. 2 times gold medalist at the wood stacking Olympics. These can just be carried. Although, you're not as light. Oh no, you are pretty light, but there's no way I can do this with the camera in my hand. Oh, I am so tired. Covered in ash. And I need to go to the post office to collect a parcel. And I'm not going to have enough time to wash beforehand because it shuts at silly o'clock. I mean, I've gone there in all types of outfits and situations, but I am so tired now. And I'm losing my voice, which is annoying. I wonder if Theo can pick me up with the Grapple and drop me off at the house. I'm too tired to move.
So what I'm about to do now is hook up the trailer, because this whole area, and the reason why we stacked the wood there, is this is going to be our firewood. I don't know, what would you call it? Like sorting processing area. So we're going to process all of our firewood here. It's a really easy access to bring the UTV to load the firewood once it's actually split. And also I can bring the splitter up here and there's plenty of space. It's going to be good. But I need to move this trailer. It's been in the way for a long time, so let's get it moved.
Trailer is now out of the way where it needs to be for now, and it'll be a really good location up there where we took it from for our firewood situation. Now we need to go down to the lake, well, the wildlife pond. Don't know why I called it lake, because we've got something to share with you.
You heard it right. My pond is leaking. Pretty much all ponds go through certain stages of life and they're very technical to build. And although I used as much clay soil as I could to pack around the dam wall and the outside, it wasn't pure clay. This was just soil that I dug and I found, and it had a clay content, but it wasn't pure clay. It wasn't perfectly ideal for building a pond. But this is a budget friendly pond and it's also spring fed. I'm not too worried. I've got my trusty ruler that I've basically been putting down here, and I can just check how much it's dropped. So we've dropped about 3.5 centimeters. I'm really not too worried, but if you come around here, I'll explain a few things. Like the spring, we are right in the end of the summer. We haven't had any rain yet and the spring has slowed down, so that is obviously contributing to the water dropping. As soon as it rains, this will be flowing so nicely, and I have no doubt that this is going to fill completely and I'll be rushing to fit that overflow pipe. If you come over here, I'll show you where the leak is finding its way through, and I'm going to see with the flow of the water. Like I said, I think it's going to be no issue whatsoever, But if it is an issue and it's still dropping, even when we've got tons of water flowing into it after the rains, I'll use some bentonite, which is a powdered clay that you just put in the water. It finds its way into the cracks and it expands by like 15 to 18 times, I think. But if you come down here, you'll be able to see this concrete tube. So this was the original way the water flowed in from the spring, and I added this pipe up here so that I could send the water into the pond. Well, that was completely dry, obviously, because I diverted all of the water. But now you can see that water has found its way into this concrete tube, which is obviously traveling some way through the ground and into here, but it hasn't risen much. As the pond rises, this will probably rise a little bit, but I think we're going to be okay. I know we're going to be okay, but I just have to keep an eye on it, keep checking with my trusty ruler. But this pond project has been so much fun, and I cannot wait for the rain because I want to get the grass growing around it. I want to grow some trees. I want to add some also water plants as well, some lilies, some stuff that the frogs can hang out on. We're introducing fish. It's going to be such an amazing wildlife pond. And also, the other day, it made me so happy. I know it's kind of geeky and maybe people will find it strange, but I was sitting on the deck. I love to come down here, sit on the deck, dangle my feet over the water and just absolutely chill out. And I noticed there was some hoof prints from deer. So the deer have been coming down here and drinking out of this pond, and that is exactly what I wanted. We are bringing all the wildlife to my pond.
I hope you have enjoyed today's video. I'm feeling knackered, but in a really good way. There's nothing better than feeling like you've tackled a job and physically feel really good from it as well. And I wanted to say, autumn's on the way. It's the best time of year, I think. All the leaves are changing colour and it's beautiful, but we're also going to be ramping up the videos and doing 2 a week. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribed and got notifications turned on, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much for tuning in.